Hey, church. Pastor Pat here with Pastor Julio, Pastor Robert,
Hi there.
and we want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. And we thought that it would be fun to talk a little bit about Christmas as as we're recording this, it's December 23rd. So Christmas Eve is tomorrow. Christmas is 2 days away. So, Pastor Robert, how do you celebrate Christmas in with your family? I know you've got some grandkids and
Get together with our kids and grandkids, and also my son's in-laws are usually there too, and we have lots of different types of food, and just celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ coming into the world, the Word of God becoming flesh.
You guys buy presents for each other?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. We play lots of games too.
Yeah. What about you, Pastor Julio?
Well, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, you
For
have
us-
you're in a way different season of life.
Absolutely.
He's got grandchildren.
Yep.
You've got 3 kids, all under 5.
Yes, that's correct.
So
Yeah,
it's a little different.
and that's definitely one of the things that we're still trying to find out our traditions. We're trying to implement certain ones that Wendy and myself are trying to instill on our kids, and one of those is like the star in the tree. You know, we really focus on why that star is there, and we try to pretend that we're seeking Jesus, we're waiting for him to come and be born, and so things that we're still working on. But our Christmas is different here in Arizona. We don't have all our family, so one of the traditions that we had before is obviously the whole family coming together. We give each other presents. So with us just being at home, it's again the focus is on Jesus, right? So that's very important for my kids. For Wendy and I, it's very important for them to know that. They hear about Santa Claus, they hear about other things as well, but we do keep the main thing, which is Jesus. But my kids are excited. They see the presents and things like that, so they're waiting to open certain ones, and so we're excited to celebrate all of us together as a family.
So it's interesting. I'm thinking each of us is in a different season in it with our families, because my kids are I have 2 teenagers, 18, 16, and then Levi, my youngest, is just turned 12. So we're not empty nesters by any means, but our kids have already had a whole bunch of Christmases, and so we're each in different seasons of life, which is beautiful. I think for the body here, because there's a lot of relatability, right? And so we have, over the years, we have tried to take the focus off of presents.
Mm-hmm.
So on Christmas morning, we'll eat breakfast together. We'll make breakfast. We'll hang out. I'll always read the Christmas story. We'll just sit there, in the living room. We'll read, probably alternate reading or whatever, change it up a little bit, and then we'll open presents. When we lived in Florida, my in-laws would just give the kids. It was insane, right? They'd have all these presents. But we have found, I don't know if this is true with you guys, but we have found that we would rather invest in experiences as a family, whether it's going somewhere, just building memories. Because the Christmas presents that you buy, Christmas presents that were purchased 3-4 years ago, where are they now? They probably don't even remember. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but so we have tried like every year to do something special. Going on a trip, just trying to build memories. We still give gifts. This year we drew like a Secret Santa, because we also found, like, I have 3 children, so there's 5 of us. So for one person to buy 4 gifts, it gets a little excessive.
Yeah.
And it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Now, if you do that, praise the Lord, that's fine. Just don't go into debt, right? Would you guys agree?
Oh,
Don't go into
absolutely.
debt.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's wise.
And we tried that one person pull a name thing. We've done that before.
Well, we do it different every year. It's a little different, and that's we thought about just not even giving gifts. I'm like, I just wasn't comfortable with that, so I was like, let's just do a Secret Santa type of thing, and then we said, okay, $20. I'm a little Scrooge with the money. So some people might say, man, what can you buy for $20?
We tried that as well, but grandparents, it's kind of hard to say, okay, here's the dollar amount, but it's kind of, grandma and grandpa are like,
We're exempt. We're exempt from the limit.
yeah, you guys follow that,
Yeah.
but we're going to hold our card.
Well, Jesus said it's more blessed to give than to receive,
And that's
right?
what we're doing.
That's true.
And this has been wonderful for my kids. Like one of my kids drew somebody. I don't know who he drew. I have an idea, but he's doing gifts for other people. It's so funny. One time he just go around the house and like find something somewhere, just like kind of steal it, right? Put it in a box, wrap it, and give it to somebody.
Back to the same person.
But kids love to give.
Yeah.
And so I think we have to teach our kids to give. You know, one thing, and I've said this from the pulpit several times, even this year, is that the wonder of Christmas is never lost on me. And I don't mean, and I love, you know, movies about the North Pole and Santa Claus, and we watch movies and all of that, but meditating upon the incarnation and just thinking about the fact that Mary gave birth to a baby that was unlike any other human being that has ever or will ever exist. Incarnate deity. I mean, God. I mean,
Keeps things in perspective.
Yeah.
my goodness, you
Sure
just
does.
and you just think of like, why did God do that? You know, for you, you know, for your
Yeah.
kids. I mean, it's just very, very profound. Very profound.
Amen.
Sure.
So we want to say Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. As your pastors, know that we love you and we're praying for you. You know, if wherever this is posted, whether it's on Facebook, why don't you let us know maybe what your traditions are, what you do for Christmas, good Christmas memory. Any of you guys got like a Christmas memory, like something that happened over the recent years that
Let's see.
Well, I mean, again, we we have certain things that we do every year. There's certain movies that we tend to watch, and we like playing games. So that's and my daughter-in-law, she's really good. You know what she does? We'll have a table, and she'll put a place for each person's to sit, and sometimes she'll write out questions to help people start conversations, and she'll give you a list of questions to do and that's usually pretty fun. That's usually fun because that ends up being a game as well.
yeah,
So,
cool. What's one of your favorite games, especially at Christmas?
well, my favorite game is going to be Five Crowns.
5 Crowns? Never heard of it.
Along with also, of course, this year, one of the best games going to be played is the Cardinal football game is going to be on Christmas.
Well, someone's gonna be on the TV for a while.
Are you competitive, like with games? Are you pretty competitive, or you don't mind losing?
I think that depends upon who you ask.
Yeah,
I can be pretty competitive.
yeah. All right. Sometimes I stay away from games because I can get too competitive, and I want to win.
No,
What about
I
you,
like to-
Pastor Julio? Do you have any
Well,
any Christmas memory?
Well, I have, both. And so obviously, when with the family, a lot of my family, maybe you guys know or not, meaning both on my parents' side and my mom's side. Some of them are Catholic, some of them are Christian. So different vibes in different situations. But the beautiful thing that I see when we went back to California last year, you know, the whole COVID thing happened. You just our kids, meaning our 5-year-old and our 4-year-old, it even whatever conversations we talk to them about Christ, you know, about Jesus, they hold on to those things. And I remember they brought it to my mother-in-law, saying about Jesus is going to be born on this day, and it sparks conversations like that, you know, where sometimes it can be hostile in other situations, right? Where it's like, oh, let's not talk about religion, or let's not talk about Christ, or you know, because they're very hold on to certain traditions, and conversations it came out from that, like how the you know Jesus was in the Old Testament. When things that we talked about today, it reminds me of those things that I was kind of just leading her to, like, you know, even if it was just her, you know, that if needed to be saved, Jesus would have come down, the same exact thing, because he loves her, right? You know, so it's just a beautiful thing. Now, again, I'm in a different perspective than with Pastor Robert. We're still, like I said, we're building traditions and we're trying to find out certain things that we want to just have our kids have those memories. And yeah, definitely games. I like to have games. We're building our arsenal of a bunch of games that we're hoping in the future as our kids grow we can all come together and play. And I am very competitive, so even with Wendy, I'm sorry, babe, I love you, but
I'm going to win.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so.
No, it's good. That's good.
Yeah, I remember back when me and Bertha were kind of like your age, and we were just having the kids were just coming along and
Mm-hmm.
and trying to think, okay, what are our traditions gonna be?
Mm-hmm.
That's we grew up in our parents' houses and all that, and they had our parents each had their traditions, how they did things. My dad was just Christmas was his thing. He was just a kid at Christmas. And okay, who are we going to be? And just like our son now, that's with his family, and they're very purposeful sometimes. And hey, this is what we want. And my daughter-in-law is really great about building memories. She's really great about
It's important. It's important. It's what a lot of life is made up of. You know, thinking about Christmas, and I'll share Christmas memory with you guys. Is I don't remember how old my daughter was. She's 18 now. Genesis, I think she was probably maybe 13, 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there. And for Christmas, I bought her. She's a reader. She loves reading, and I bought her a whole set of Mandy, which is it's a story. It's like a series of books about it's a Christian like novel. And so I think there were like 5 or 6 books called Mandy, and wrapped it up. And when she opened it, she was so excited. It was just like the perfect gift for her. I mean, she was just absolutely thrilled with that. And to me, even as I think about that now, I think about the perfect gift. You know, receiving a gift that you're like, it like takes your breath away. And of course, I'm thinking of Jesus, right? God says, thanks be to God, or as Paul wrote, thanks be to God for his indescribable gift. And really, Jesus is that perfect gift that God has given us. It's a gift of hope, gift of forgiveness, gift of eternity. And so keep Jesus at the center of your Christmas. And so we love you guys, praying for you. Hope everybody has a fantastic Christmas.